County.
When your position is weak and your ethics are weaker, you have a number of options, including bullying and lying, even when your adversary is 2 years old. In our number 4 story, you will see that girl, Bethany Wilkerson, and meet her parents tonight in their first national TV interview. They emerged on the national stage when Bethany appeared in a political ad urging the president to sign the expansion of S-chip, which would fund private health care for 10 million of America's uninsured children. The National Review replied that because Bethany's parents lacked health insurance, she should not have been conceived. It was at least an honest reflection of the right's position, unlike the smears and death threats aimed at 12-year-old Graham Frost, whose parents joined us Monday to explain that $14,000 a year for private insurance is too expensive for working families making less than $50,000 a year. They also addressed with admirable grace the lies about them spread by right-wing water carriers such as Rush Limbaugh, and even the calls for Graham's death, which appeared on a blog later embraced by a White House staffer. Last night, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi responded as well.
For those who have chosen to make an attack on a family which has benefited from S-chip by impugning their good intentions and their integrity is beneath the dignity of this debate. I'm very proud of the Frost family as they responded for themselves on TV last night.
She is not, however, predicting whether she can muster enough additional Republicans for tomorrow's S-chip vote to override a presidential veto, a second one. The president, himself a recipient of government health care, today reiterated his pledge to veto the bill again, repeating his past misstatement that S-chip was meant for poor kids. Poor kids get Medicaid. S-chip is for working families unable to afford insurance. Mr. Bush also suggested that he supports S-chip in principle. Texas journalist Lou DuBose reporting in the Washington Spectator that then Governor Bush opposed the original S-chip passed by the Republican Congress of Newt Gingrich and Trent Lott, despite the fact that Governor Bush's state had 1.4 million uninsured children, the highest percentage in the country at that time. Joining us now, as promised, Bo and Dara Wilkerson, and Bethany making, I think, a cameo appearance in our program tonight. If she runs off, she's probably had enough TV for a lifetime already. Thank you both for being on with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Keith.
Mr. Wilkerson, can you tell us briefly Bethany's story and how she's doing today?
We found out at 3 weeks that she needed surgery. She received surgery, open heart, at age 6 months. And now she's a spring ball, what do you call it, a live ball of chicken. You know, she's a handful. She's beautiful. She's very healthy now. She's happy. She still has a hole in her heart, but hopefully that'll just deteriorate as she grows older. Got it.
And Mrs. Wilkerson, the president and the leading Republicans say they want to encourage you to get private health insurance. Can you help them out by telling us exactly what would encourage you to get private health insurance?
I would be encouraged if I had a health insurance company that would offer me a policy on my daughter who has a pre-existing condition.
Yeah.
That's the main reason that we wound up as a part of the kid care, part of the S-chip program, is that there was not an insurance company that would pick her up at all. Our family, we would be able to work into our budget health insurance payments for her, but there's millions of other families out there who could not afford it.
Mr. Wilkerson, you said you spoke out knowing you and your family might get slimed the way Graham Frost and his family was. Why was it worth it to you? Obviously, you've already benefited from this system. Is it worth for you to stick your necks out now?
Oh, because, you know, Bethany might... but there's millions of other children that have the same different circumstances, whatever. They need help too. They need, you know, why would you stop? This Bethany is a success story. There's a lot that are still to go. You know, we need to get all the children on this program, in my opinion.
Let me ask each of you if you want to take an opportunity for a preemptive strike on this sliming thing. The right-wing attack dogs are going to hit you with the usual script tomorrow. Mrs. Wilkerson, the early talking points I've seen on you were, well, you quit a job that came with health insurance, and you took one instead that didn't have it, and that means in their minds you get whatever you deserve and deserve whatever you get.
Yeah.
Apart from the callousness in that, do you want to correct the facts in there?
Well, yeah, apparently 6 years ago my crystal ball was broken. I didn't know that Bethany was going to be arriving on the scene. I've been at my present job for 6 years now. It's a great work environment. I really enjoy it. To say that someone should stay at an unfavorable workplace just to maintain insurance for a pregnancy that might happen down the road or health conditions of a child down the road, that's just unfathomable to me.
And lastly, Mr. Wilkerson, the Rush Limbaugh logic, you're either frauds or somebody has filled your head with lies. You want to get your response on the record beforehand?
Okay, here's the deal. I'm such a fraud that I have a beautiful daughter here. You know, I'm not lying. We're just a normal American couple. She's a Republican and I'm a independent. You know, who cares what we are? What are you? We weren't trying to be famous or trying to get anything out of this. We were just trying to show that the S-chip works. That was our whole thing. Because look at my daughter. She's living proof. And if she's fake and phony and we're lies, okay.
Yeah. Well, she is living. We're glad of that. And having her own show over there, too. That's great. Bo and Darrell Wilkerson, and say hi to Bethany for me. Great. Thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Bethany did do a little coloring piece for you.
Oh, that's true.
Thank you for helping with your support.
Oh, our pleasure. Good luck on this.
Thank you.
Just what we need now, a guy merely pretending to know what he's talking about running for president.